Hey, job seekers, Jennifer Tardy here, your career success coach, and we're back with another episode. And if I could teach this one thing to my clients, to everybody, this would be the one thing that would just take you soaring through your job interview success. And so this video is all about how to get out of your head during an interview, banishing all anxiety. That is where anxiety comes from. It's because as interviewers, we are in our own head. And so today I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. And I'm so excited I finally get to do this. Now, I'm also going to talk to you about two other things as well. One is my favorite segment, which is the career success bonus tip for underrepresented populations. And I'm going to remind you about our new course that is out called the Offer Magnet Job Seeker. And so if you want to be an offer magnet, go to the details section below, click the link, join the tribe. We are here to help you to get that great job that you deserve. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm ready to get started. How to get out of your head during an interview, banishing all anxiety. Let's get started. Now, do you constantly think about how you could have answered a question differently, or do you get caught up in what you think the interviewer wants to hear, and so you can't even think because you're hearing yourself think and you're trying to figure out the next best thing to say, and before you know it, you either can't say anything, or you're not saying the right thing, or you're saying something but just not saying it the right way. That is because you are getting caught up in the thoughts that are within your mind. Now, there are a few things that I want to teach you. There are a few tips that I have for you that will end that completely. So let's get right into it. Now, tip number one, which is a major, major, major tip, is to stop thinking about what you think the interviewer wants to hear. Don't try to impress them with things that are not truthful. Speak your truth and speak it from your mind and your heart. Speak that truth to the interviewer and always be authentic. You don't have to spend so much time trying to think about what they want to hear, because by the time you actually get to an in-person interview, they've already checked to make sure that you're qualified for the position. So they've already checked are you qualified to even be interviewed? Now, you just have to show them how you're qualified. You already have done the work. You already have the knowledge, the skills, and experience. You just now need to relay it to them in your own way, which takes me into tip number two. Know your own strengths. You already have everything that you need. You already have the knowledge, you already have the experience, and you already have the abilities to do this work. The only thing that you have to be able to do is articulate that to the employer. And the best way to articulate that to the employer is in a very confident way without feeling nervous. And that nervousness comes from all of the anxiety of trying to make sure that you are answering the question in the right way. So oftentimes I tell my clients, before you go into an interview, look back over your own resume. Like, look at that person. Like, when you're looking at your resume, you're like, oh, I've done this. Yeah, I have done this. I have done all of this stuff. Like, your resume is you, and nobody knows your work experience, your educational experience. Nobody knows that better than you. Your only job is to ease the emotion, get out of your head so that you're able to articulate what's already happened. The interview was the easiest part. Gaining the knowledge, skills, and experience was the hardest part. Make sense? Now, if you believe that you need just a little bit of help to be more confident during interviews, especially when you're nervous, then check out this previous video that I created. It's actually called How to Be Confident During an Interview, even and especially when you're nervous. So make sure that when you get a second, you check out that video. Now, tip number three to get out of your own head is to be present during the interview. And I know that I've mentioned this before, but it's worthy of mentioning again. The best way to be more present during an interview is to get back in touch with your senses. And so, what are you seeing right now? What are you hearing right now? What are you feeling right now? What do you smell right now? So it's all five of your senses. Get back in touch with them, especially during an interview, especially because most of the time, the further disconnected we are from our senses, the more we're wrapped up in our thoughts, and our thoughts start spiraling out of control. And the more we're in touch with our senses, the more we're here in this moment now. And in this moment right now, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing at all wrong. And we're more connected to what the interviewer is saying. We're more connected to what's happening in this moment. And we're more easily able to reach back and pull the answer that we need. Because now we're not caught up in what we think they want to hear. We feel more confident that we belong here, and we're better able to share an answer with the employer. So be present during your interview. And another thing that I like about presence is that it also helps to show engagement during your interview. And so if you want to learn how to show more engagement during an interview too, I made a video for that. So when you get a second, make sure that you check out that video as well too. As we are talking about senses, taste, touch, smell, hearing, seeing, which sense do you think could be best utilized during an interview that can truly help you to become more present during that interview? Tell me your thoughts below in the comment section. I'm interested in knowing what you think. Now, we are on to my favorite segment, which is the career success bonus tip for underrepresented populations. And today's tip goes out to women, and especially women, or actually people in general, who felt this whole notion of the imposter syndrome. That's one of the reasons that affects how we show up for an interview. We feel like an imposter. And I don't want you to feel that way. I want to reiterate something that I mentioned earlier on in this video, that you would have never gotten invited to the table for an in-person interview if that interviewer or that employer didn't already feel that, according to your resume and even previous interviews, like the phone interview, that if they didn't feel that you were already qualified to be there. So it's not about you being qualified. You're already qualified. Otherwise, they couldn't even assess you at this point. Now it's just about demonstrating and showing examples of those qualifications to the employer. That's it. You are already qualified. So rest assured in that message. Got it? Now, thanks for watching this video, and thanks for tuning in with me. And as a gift, if you haven't already downloaded one of my favorite PDFs or free guides, which is the 21 pieces of career advice for underrepresented populations, then please make sure that you download that today. If you're in the interviewing process, then that guide is going to help you significantly. And also, if you haven't already checked out the Offer Magnet Job Seeker, you are missing out on my key secrets and tools and tips to help you become an offer magnet. Yes, not just one offer, but multiple offers. So be sure to check that out in the details section as well too. And always remember that in order for us to become underrepresented no more, we must listen, engage, apply, repeat now. We must learn. I'm Jennifer Tardy, your career success coach. I will see you in the next video. Take care.